you want to give us a preview of the calendar system?
Yes, I do. Because this is my baby. As much as Olga took care of the programming. Oh, Miranda, can you allow screen sharing? As much as Olga took care of the programming, I spent a lot of time working with Katie May. Katie May is the name of her business. She was able to take what I wanted to see happen with the map and the schedule and make it interactive, like I said before, and she found a way to do it and outlined every campsite. And let's see. And so this is now I am signed in to my admin account right now. So I might actually sign out and sign into my other one, but at the moment, this part is all going to look the same. So this is our schedule based on the week view. And important things to note, first of all, when you buy your ticket, it's actually bought on a different website and then transferred over here. So you might have a little bit of a delay before you can sign in, but you can sign in right at the top. And once you're signed in, it'll tell you what your permissions are. So I have RV Site 90 and I'm a hub organizer under my non-admin account. So this would look very similar. Site 90 is very close to where I'll be camping. It's actually should be 91, but I must have picked the wrong one. But our hub coordinator will be on 90, so you can find us there. So this defaults to a day view because on your smartphones, it looks easier to read in this format. You can, if you're going to decide where you want to go and look through the schedule ahead of time, which I highly recommend. I 100% want everybody to at least sign on to the website ahead of time so that you're not at Rogers Campground trying to do a password reset. If you have a ticket and you use the email address for your ticket, you should be able to do a password reset yourself and get in without anybody in our volunteer team helping you. But if you do it ahead of time, that's great. So all these different colors.
That looks awful busy.
Yeah, all these different colors.
Why don't you try filtering it down?
Sure.
Might as well go to the IRG site.
All right. So there's actually a number of different ways we can get to the IRG, Independence Realty Group. We can do it by deselecting all the other people's calendars. And then
so that was an important feature you just clicked on.
Yes.
To deselect, you actually select all.
Yes.
At the top.
Yes. Yeah.
So when you click on that down arrow, the arrow in there, there's a select all,
but it also deselects.
Which also deselects, right?
Yeah, it just toggles them.
That's a little trick that you have to figure out.
And then also to get this out of your way, you have to hit that arrow again.
So once you figure out that, then you can select a particular site. And you pick the IRG site for the week.
Yes. So these are different events that we're going to have, including one of the speakers that I personally invited was Dana Martin. And so we're going to have a meet and greet for Dana and the IRG tent. We're going to have lunch with Spike Cohen, a meet and greet. We're going to have obviously some things about New Hampshire, opportunity for people from other regions to meet ahead of time, something that Dennis started. That was a great feature. We're going to have some education handles. So
let's get on that for just 1 second because that is important. And one of the things I think people are going to notice, even though we are a real estate site, we're doing less real estate this year. We're doing more comfort We're doing cocktail parties. We're doing breakfasts. We're doing the item that you just mentioned, and that is the U.S. region. And that was something that we did last year. I was a host of those region talks last year, and we had great turnouts. So individuals from the various regions across the states, combined the states, can come and they can meet other people who are either living here in New Hampshire now or plan on moving to New Hampshire. And the basic premise is to encourage those who come to PorcFest to come join you and make the move here to New Hampshire from whether it's California, whether it's Alabama, whether it's Michigan. Once they get to see individuals from their local communities there, meet those people, maybe it'll encourage them to move.
Yep. And let me go back. I while you were talking, I selected for food, but let me now select for our location. Excuse me, our location. So these are what you're talking about. Now I'm just to open one up so people can see what the events look like. So well, there's a comment from Dennis on our event, so that's great. So this says, you know, this is the South Atlantic states are invited to this one. So if you know folks
Even
that
though
are,
it says New England State Meetup.
oh, it does. Okay, so
Probably should have been said the South Atlantic state, but anyway, look, that's
yeah,
something we'll fix.
yeah, we'll fix that. So it shows the location. So this is where our tent's going to be. The gallery shows the actual states that once we edit the title, I mean, we'll so, and then a comment from Dennis about things that you can, another event that you can attend if you're interested in that. We're getting a forecast, so you can see the weather in Lancaster. Actually, this is probably the weather in Manchester at the moment. And then a little blurb about Independence Realty Group. So that's all stuff that you can click through. You can RSVP, you can set an alert to let you know on your device that you want to go to that. And
so
then
that will give you an alert on your own personal device when you set up your calendar.
Yep. And then you can share it on all the major social media platforms. So if you want to search Facebook, X, WhatsApp, Messenger, maybe this one, I don't even know what all these are. That's Telegram. I've shared a few times to the Telegram attendee chats, different things if you want to embed it and if you just want to copy the link. So it's super convenient for all those things. If you don't want to use social media, you just want to share a link with your friends, you can do that. And you don't, you know, it's all right on porcfest.com. You're not going to another site.
And if you create a hub or create an event for your hub, you'll have access to put these items on calendar and also access to edit them. Like
Yes.
that particular one requires an edit right now.
Yes.
Which,
yeah, which shows up down
I
here.
added those, so that was probably my mistake.
Right down here is the edit for if you're the hub organizer.
Right.
So let me also, we haven't covered everything.
Before you do that, let me ask you a question. This, when you hovered over the top of the event, it gave you a description of the event as well. So it's really interactive in that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you open it, you can see more, but when you just hover over, you can see some. I think I need to move my screen up a bit.
Yeah.
And then also there's other different ways to view it. There's agenda view. which I honestly haven't used this one enough to know what agenda view is. I don't know if it's things, yeah, I'm unsure. Oh, maybe it's because I'm filtered for that I see. Because I'm still filtered for the location of our tent, it's showing me the all volunteer hands meetings because we're gonna do those in the morning there, and then so this would look different if it was filtered for everything. So these are our events that are these are the events that are in our hub. It is not only our events. We have some guests who are using our space, and I actually have some more that have requested it. And then this is my favorite feature. I guess actually before I go to that one, I'll just say up here, there's another drop-down menu. This drop-down menu is only if you're going to export. So do not try to filter by this one. The filters are down here. And then, yeah, you can filter by guests, but we don't really have a lot of the guests that have been entered, but you can filter by organizers. So, but this is my favorite. This is the map, and I need to undo. I'm going to select all for the location so people can see. Ta-da! And this is what I really, really wanted. I wanted people to be able to see, like, if you see something great happening over here and you want to see what it is, you know, you can just click that and it'll tell you that it's RV site 72. You're like, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Something cool's happened on RV site 72. What is it? And then you know what's going on. You can scroll through the events and or you know, let's do Dennis's hub, who is a libertarian. Like, oh, they're having a great debate there. What are they debating? Do I want to join it? You can see it's RV site 122, and it's you know, you can tell from what part of the campground what things are close by what you're doing. So that's really cool. And then of course we have the entire campground. It's got, you know, we got the gazebo. I do have to add the field still for some events on the field, like the porcupines are going to launch their missiles again on the field. So anyway, I love this particular feature, and then the FSP events are all featured events. So that does make them a little easier to find as well. Because people complain with all these other events going on, how do we find out what are the events hosted by the Free State Project? So all the Free State Project events are featured.
Yeah, and that's a great addition. Just whether you're hosting a hub or whether you're just attending, and in order for people to figure out what they're doing and where, and exactly what's going on at all hours of day and night at PorcFest.
And I don't know if you could see that, but the before I opened that one, there's a little star here. For the darker blue or the pavilion, the lighter blue are the 101 events. So that's the interactive map schedule that I've been spending a lot of time. I wish we had more time to run through it before we released it, but you know, when you're an all volunteer organization, sometimes we can't do the way we would release something like this if we had a budget. So
that looks great. So